The Forex market never really sleeps. It runs 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, across 4 major sessions: Sydney, Tokyo, London, and New York. Sydney opens first. Every week, it is the session that restarts the global market after the weekend break. And yet most traders ignore it completely. That is worth reconsidering. The Sydney session runs from 10 p.m. GMT to 7 a.m. GMT. Those times can shift by 1 hour when Australia moves in or out of daylight saving time, so it pays to double-check your local conversion. For US-based traders, this is an afternoon or early evening window. For Europeans, it falls in the overnight hours. One thing to know straight away: when Sydney opens on Sunday evening, prices can gap. That means the market may open at a different level than where it closed on Friday. If you are watching the market at that moment, factor the gap into any decision you make. About 2 hours after Sydney opens, Tokyo comes online at midnight GMT. The overlap between the two sessions, midnight to 7 a.m. GMT, produces slightly more activity than the earliest Sydney hours alone. It is nowhere near the intensity of the London-New York overlap, but it is a step up. The pairs that move most during Sydney hours are tied to the Asia-Pacific region. Think USD, NZUSD, a JPY, NZD-JPY, and USD-JPY. Pairs involving the euro or British pound tend to be quiet, and spreads on those can widen, meaning the cost of each trade goes up. Sticking to the Asia-Pacific pairs during this window generally gives you tighter spreads and more manageable price action. Now, about that price action. Sydney is the quietest session of the 4. Volatility is lower, liquidity is thinner, and trends can be choppy rather than clean. Liquidity just means how easily a currency can be bought or sold. Lower liquidity can cause prices to move in erratic ways that trip up tight stop losses. That is a real risk, and it is worth adjusting your position sizes accordingly. That said, major economic data from Australia or New Zealand, employment figures, inflation reports, central bank decisions can hit hard even during these quiet hours. Keep an economic calendar open whenever you are active in this session. One practical use of the Sydney window that experienced traders lean on: analysis. Reviewing charts, identifying key support and resistance levels, and preparing for the more active sessions ahead. Price levels set overnight often become important reference points once London opens. If you want to get comfortable with this session without putting real capital at risk, a demo account at ZenithFX.com lets you observe and practice in real market conditions. No money on the line. Trading involves real risk. Only ever use what you can afford to lose.